Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. And off we go from downtown Indy. And he stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
If there was one thing, Mike, that I thought was really evident walking out of our meeting with him earlier in the week was just how much he shouldered the blame for last week's loss. He said, those 2 interceptions I threw, those are just inexcusable, and he didn't want to talk about the touchdown passes and all the good that he did. And while I think that's certainly commendable, there was a lot of other bad stuff going on in that field too. So I think there's a lot of things they can clean up, and if they do, I think they got a great shot in this one.
They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Open man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Something you did not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On the ground, here is Achan. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Once again, it's Achan. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
Texans 1st down. It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Houston.
Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. On the ground, it's Pierce. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
McKinney on the tackle.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 6.
2nd down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. Quick throw, taken in. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Put a man in motion to the right. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
They'll run with Pierce. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout here. Talk things over before 3rd down. rookie first-round pick. He's to midfield, inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Indy. Well, that changes the story quickly. Looked like a very nice opening drive to start. Instead, Greg, it goes back the other way, and the defense scores first.
And, Mike, early on, that's exactly how they drew it up. They wanted to come out and establish themselves with this first drive of the game, and then all of a sudden, disaster strikes. Not only do they turn the ball over, the defense is able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Colts will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Texans offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Try again, it's 2nd and 10. Throw to the right flat, it is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, brings up 3rd and 6.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
In punt formation.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side with 50-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
For a Colts, 1st down.
Working out of the gun. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Dante Still getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
That's a gain of 8.
Down and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A run up the middle with Pierce. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. of the gun, Stafford. Duvernay with the grab. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. To return, it's Nixon. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Hicks. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Quick throw. That's what we get on the RPO.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. An injured player on the field. That is Myles Garrett being tended to. They cannot lose him. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So after 1, 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. We'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. Whoa. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Texans first down.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
That's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Stafford now on 3rd down. Open man, that's Duvernay. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Duvernay in motion. Play action, Stafford. Finding his tight end there. And he will be forced out of bounds, but there is a flag down. And we'll check in with our referee. To the air again. Stafford. Short throw. That's pulled in by Mayer. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
Again, it's Stafford. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
14 yards. That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 20.
In motion, it's Waddle. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
1 yard gain.
They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now a stop-in for an injured Texan. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And not liking anything downfield, or just getting this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick six in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He pulls it in around the 5. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4. Now here's second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Pierce. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A 19-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. And this defense having nothing of it. They get them down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Brings up third down.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to have it up for the first down. And mark him up at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's another.
Not just a first down, but reception number 70 on the season. On a zone read, they'll hand it to Genty. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop.
Brings up second and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Colts first down.
Looking down the field there. It's incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That one complete to Leggett. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That one's incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing is Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This is a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Colts will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Texans offense and running back Damian Pierce set to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, the ball's out. The Colts have come away with the football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw is Nix. This one caught by Chase. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
An injured player on the field. That is Myles Garrett being tended to. They cannot lose him. Throwing. Nix. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he is close to the pylon. They say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a 1st down. It's 1st and goal. Genty is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Makes the score Colts 17, Texans 3.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. D'Amico Ryan's there, the Texans' former linebacker, their current head coach. His guy's going to take over here once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Back into traffic, but taken in. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. It's an incompletion.
Incomplete. He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. He's got Loveland free left side. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Stafford to throw again. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
Intended for his wideout. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Stafford. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
The Colts offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
On the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this 2nd half. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. It'll start on the ground with Gentry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
On the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. In 2nd and
We'll go play action with Nix. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it.
He'll try to pick it up with Gentry. A pickup there of 19 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at three situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And 7 at the Texans' 43-yard line.
On second down, it's Nix. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Third and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Genty. He'll manage only a couple. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. From the 33, here's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
Nix from the gun on third down. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
Yards on the play. That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3.
15 more yards. That's another Colts first down.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. On the zone read, this is Nix. He will do it himself. He's in. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Makes the score Colts 24, Texans 3. Chris
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Dameon Pierce set to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. On the ground to start the drive, it's H.A. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with H.N. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
Marquise Bell on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Here's Stafford. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Duvernay in motion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a give to H.A. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
The tackle made at the 47.
Ball on the 47 7-yard line. Here's second down and 3. Give up the middle for Mitchell. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. So instead of third and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
There's Shane Steichen, the Colts head coach. His guys head out for their next possession. You see what they've done on third downs this season, and they came through on that last touchdown drive as well. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That one's incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Nix. That's Dobbs open left side. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
It's a gain of 16
A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Genty, running left. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Second down. Nix. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an extra linebacker. That versatility is something we're seeing a lot out of safeties in today's NFL, and you can see a big reason why.
In motion, that's the tight end there. A run here with Achane. And he'll get about 5.
Achane, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 41.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Colts 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. He's got it at about the 8. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
And the Texans first down.
Again, it's Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 3
To the air again. Stafford. That is caught side of the end zone. Colston Loveland. Touchdown, Texans. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Texans 10.
Well, following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over.
Colts offense ready to take over once more. Right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. Strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A quick throw. That's Leggett on the RPO. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. 10
yards. That's good for a Colts. First down.
Here's a handoff to Genty. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To Trey McBride. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. Back to throw is Nix. He'll get this one complete to Brown. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Colts first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Nix to throw. This is taken in by Dobbs. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Third down.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And he fought through 1 tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. That one out wide to A-Check. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. Still going. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 85 yards. Touchdown, Houston. As costly as they come. The holding call wipes away what would have been a long touchdown. Stafford to throw it. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. He's going to have a Texans 1st down. They convert style there. Big play on 4th and long.
And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That ball is dropped in a bucket, Mike. I mean, this defense, they continue to bring pressure with the variety of blitz packages that they have, but they're just not getting home. And as a result, they stress their coverage, and he ends up putting that one right on the money. Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And it's 4th down.
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but Slim Meta went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
On 1st and 10, it's Genty. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Genty. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. Talk things over before third down.
44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one taken in right side by Legette. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10.
A run out of the gun with H. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Texans first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Houston.
Here's Stafford. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and that will lead to a 2nd down. Well run with H.A. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. First down, Stafford. That one complete. It's Keaton Mitchell. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Incomplete.
3rd and a yard.
3rd down. And 1 yard to go.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And the Texans first down.
Stafford to throw again. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, this is Pierce. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
16-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That is caught at the 3. And the Texans are looking at a 1st and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
14 yards. And the Texans first down.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little, too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Colts offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. 2nd and 11. So it's a win for the Colts. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.